Well, hello, fan of Patrick. I'm making this small video because I got a lot to tell you. I see a lot of concern in the chat room that bothers me a little, and it's about fear of maybe not, don't know, tsunami, tornado, volcano. It's like we've been told that those things are happening, and yes, they are happening, and we've seen it in the chat room this morning. Man, I can't keep track of time no more. Um, I've seen it in the chat room. You know, you gotta stop the fear because think about it seriously. Your perception create your emotion create your thought create your reality. So if you keep focusing, if your thought is always, if you are always thinking of preparing, when, like if you lack something, when in reality you don't, um, it's not an easy concept to grasp, I admit, but yeah, you gotta get there somehow, you know, um, because I live by the ocean, you know, and it was a concern for a long time. I'm like, I gotta get away from the shore, from the beach, you know, I gotta be further in. But what if I do move further in? And once I'm there, 2 weeks later, big sinkhole. No tsunami here. And I end up in the sinkhole. So, no, I'm not gonna do any action out of fear. So, when we were told to, uh, you know, if you want to store, like what's coming up, none of what you possess uh, will be following you in any way. I can't see this material world uh, ascend. Your soul will, if you want to, if you choose to. The narrow gate they talk in the Bible, this is it, man. Uh, whatever frequency talk, we always have the choice of the free will. What free will? What the heck are you talking about? Well, the free will of, you know, uh, you choose you choose the perception you have of life. If is your glass of water half empty or half full, right? I choose to see mine half full because I'm on the highway to heaven, right? So, me and Patrick, we have been trying to find a way to, have a better format for when we deliver your question, and also not to spend too much time on explanation and get straight to the question. And this is what we are going to do. And next show, um, Maria Truth Seeker Cruz is going to be collecting your question from the chat room. So, this is where, my dear friends, it is very important that you do put your question as we ask for, because we need to get to your question, right? And here, let me show you what I've got here for you. Okay, so this here, okay, this is a sentence you're gonna see quite often in the room. Here is an example of a question properly asked. Question. So that means you want whoever's collecting your question to realize that your question is not for anyone in the chat room or whatever. It is for Patrick. Firebird. That's the destination. Do not try to reach one frequency to get information on another frequency like people tend to do. They will ask grandpa that's dead if grandma has reincarnated or not. You don't do that. You want to talk to grandpa, you talk to grandpa. You want to talk to grandma, you talk to grandma, okay? So, Firebird, who's Firebird? Firebird is the dragon, the very first dragon that we've met on Wayne's show. She's a lady, and that was her name. And now we know that her color, I'm gonna have to look into it more. I can't remember. But as soon as I get the transcript, I will. I keep those information up to date. Like when we discover a new dragon name or how to address to a new frequency we didn't know about. And okay, so this Firebird, this is on the one frequency we're trying to reach. And then I ask the question like I would ask to you if I had you in my face. Is it true that you are the guardian of a huge treasure of gold? Thank you. And guess what? I got my question asked and I got the answer no. That's it. So if you don't want a yes or no answer, you must give us more uh, information. Then we have, I see, thank you, okay? I mean, come on. You guys have 200 character you can use, and we ask not to put emoji, but you can certainly not forget to put thank you unless your question takes too much room. And if it does, it's no big deal. If you don't have enough room for your question, you can always take your time underneath the video, you know, and write your question properly if you don't, because it goes fast in the chat room. And you have another opportunity. It's in the comment section. And I always confirm everybody when I get their question, so you won't keep on asking, okay? So then I write C. I didn't use all cap, because if you use all cap, all I do is copy and paste. So if you use all cap, I have to retype the entire question you wrote in all cap. So no, I'm good enough with copy and paste. So we say we ask you not to use all cap, then don't. No abbreviation too, because if you put abbreviation, ADD might mean plenty of things for me. I'm French, so I can make up some funny noise. No emoji, because the emoji in your question is going to end up, once we copy and paste, it's going to end up huge, and it takes too much room. It split your question, and we don't have time for that kind of format. You can use emoji, but not when you ask your question. If this is not precise enough for you, here Patrick and we made this video right here. I'm gonna put this example and the link here for the video of how to ask a question. In this video, you got all the information you could need. So if you're a new subscriber, please, yes, you can put your question in the chat room, but use this format and make sure you've seen this video, because there is much more in this video information than just how to ask a question. If you have any need, you need advice, you want a private reading, anyway, all the information is there, and we made that expressly for that reason. So use it. It is there for you. Use it. Um, I think I've said it all. Uh, I'm not going nowhere, but I'm not going to be in the chat room. I can't, because you all have witnessed all the problem it caused us. And you've heard me sing Sweet Caroline all many times because I was jammed. I had the chat room here, my document there. I copy a small portion. Poof, I get an answer no. I'm stuck. I have to wait for the download, the copy and paste to be done to get back to my page of question. And I can't do that, because when that happened, I kind of lose the momentum too, And while I'm doing that, I can't concentrate on the answer that Patrick is giving us. So, and also, it does affect my own connection, because I need to be connected with Patrick. And when stuff like that happen, it's no good. But tonight, Maria was in the chat room. We're going to talk. I'm going to give her all the things she needs to help you with your question in the chat room. And if you see the example or you see the link, click on it. If you need it, the link is there for you. And I hope you get the answer you're looking for. Okay? We are strong because we are a community. And it's not my show. It's not Patrick's show. It's nobody's show. It's our show of all of us. We are all in this together. We are all doing this together. So people that's been in the chat room since I've started with Patrick, you understand what I'm saying right now, right? I mean, when somebody has a hard time with their question, and it's not very difficult for you to just copy and paste that little link of that video and say, hey dude, check this out. You're gonna, and then come back and ask your question. And if you can't ask your question here in the chat, no big deal. You can put your question in the comment after the live stream, right? You can all do that. What I say, everybody that has felt at any time that I have helped them, well, I say, give to the next one. What I have given to you, whatever value you feel it is, give it back. There is so many people. There's going to be someone in there sometime that's going to connect with you and it's going to need your help. So give the link, right? And help them ask their question properly, because you remember you needed an answer and you got it because someone helped you, right? Give to the next one. Simple as that. That won't cost you much. It won't cost you nothing. It doesn't cost me nothing what I'm doing right now. But I could make a living for it if I would charge for it. But I don't have time for that. Money cannot be a concern here at all. So, no. I choose to stop fear, lack of material, lack of food. At this point, I don't care. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Not even the planet, no. It's a new space. We've never been there before. So, It's new for them, it's new for us, and we're all doing this together. One thing I know is that Shakira told us on Wayne's show that when Wayne asked, is it possible to escape? She said, possible, but highly unlikely. Well, I don't care about the highly unlikely. I care about the possible. But that's the narrow gate, dude. That's it. It's possible. It doesn't matter how big or small the chance is. There is still one chance. And I'm not going to focus my intention on the highly unlikely. I'm going to focus my attention on the possible, the tiny possible. I want that tiny possible. This is where I'm going. I'm going through the narrow gate. Yeah. So, people be kind to each other, help and love each other, and fear not. Because when we get information like that, that's the test. It's the test for you to choose how you're going to react to this answer. Are you going to fear, or are you going to raise above fear and just say, there's nothing I can do about that? I choose to live in the now, in love, and now, in love. And I still have to repeat that myself constantly, constantly, constantly. So do it too. And I feel better when I do it. I'm sure you will feel better when you do it. Because when you live in the now, you stop worrying about the past and the future. And you finally get to enjoy the now. There's no word to explain this really. It's hard when you it's like falling in love. You don't think about falling in love. You know you've fallen in love, right? It's the same with this. So keep searching, keep seeking, keep give all the love you have. If you have one cup, give it all. I didn't say give all your money. I say your love. Get in touch with your love and give in an act of love. Whatever you do, you need to do it in love. Okay? So, on this, my dear friend, I'll see you on the next show. Bye bye.